Seguite già Roxanne, budu s někým.
Okay, Sheriff. Here they are.
Tell the Marshal this ain't how we do things here. But I'll oblige him this once. All right. Let's see what we got. It's got to be one of you.
Arbokundao, to je pičovina.
All right, then. Deputy, would you please? I'm gonna need your details.
Heftig, bro.
You aren't going anywhere, and neither am I. Take the time and get this right.
Piče, tak si chci nebáno.
From what I hear, you ain't leaving us anytime soon. We're gonna need a fair record of you. Tell me everything except that you're innocent. I'd find that hard to believe. Quite a record we'll have on you. You're lucky you were caught, you know. The way the town feels about what happened, you were likely to be shot. It's a process, all right, but a necessary one.
Zubit piče, ne. Давай, hentai diyorlar.
How you doing with that?
Entendo, esse caminhada vai se tirar o funcionou pequeno.
Okay then. Yep.
Esquece o disso, mas eu tô bem lá. Eu posso deixar. Myslím, že mám všechny nemoci světa, vole, to můj. Okay. Myslím, že je to hotový.
We pulled the wrong
Cože?
one of you?
Ještě jedno. No, ten letěl on, ale magistr to nevím, ujel, neujel, já jsem ho ani zkoušel ještě, protože nebo jsme hráli to Destiny, nebo měl jsem celou dobu čekal na ten Red Dead, kdy to zapnul. Ty vole,
Well, let's get you in there then.
jak jsem ho dostat dál, vole, když už jsem mu změnil cif. Aha, confirm. You must assign your character attributes. Aha. Okay.
It's all correct. I'll take a photograph. I'll need to see your fingers, palms to you.
Co to je dobrý hnusák, ty vole. Fuj. No počkej. Já nevím, zatím si dělám postavu a ten online vypadá dobře, no, jako. Ukáž tam snad něco šlo ve 4 na dostavník, nebo co jsi říkal, ne? Já zatím nevím, ale neslyšel jsem nic špatného na tu hru. Kromě Gase teda, no ale... No nevím, říkal, že 5 minut, no. Tak si můžu udělat obrázek o tom.
Jackson! Officer Jackson,
Asi
move
líbí, že
those
to posazili
prisoners!
do toho prostě
Officer Baton!
kovbojského.
Kitchen aid staff! Officer Townsend, those rocks ain't gonna break themselves. What are you standing there for? Get moving! What are you looking at? Go on! Get moving! You! You with the hammer?
Tak já musím dělat nějaký
Need
tutoriál,
to perform a work detail out in Valentine. Come on, get in. Open the gate. Come on, Milliken. Yeah. I tell you what, old Jameson is a wretched, sour old bastard, no mistake.
To byl
Well,
taky
stay
pořád,
calm in
no.
there.
To
Aren't
tak
saying
nikdy
nothing.
nebylo, no,
Well, you are now. Shut up.
vyloženě prostě, víš co.
You know, my wife has acquired ideas significantly above her station. She's been reading too many goddamn books. Personally, I'm against education. Of women, I mean. And men, I guess. Unnecessary. Doesn't add much to the world. Education. Good day, gentlemen. Oh, don't do anything stupid. Nobody gets shot. Act like fools, and the pair of you will be dead within a minute. Now, what are your names? Jenkins and Milliken. Well, Mr. Jenkins and
No,
Mr.
já
Milliken,
taky, já to
throw
musím
your
třeba dělat
guns to the
asi.
ground and get on down here. That's it.
Very glad to meet you. It's not worth being rash. You boys get paid a salary. You get that salary whether these people escape or not. Your wives presumably want you alive. Let them out. Now, please.
Okay. Okay.
You all run away. Aside from you.
Escuchan.
Try to stay out of trouble. This is a stroke of good fortune for all of you. Use it. Now, Mr. Jenkins and Mr. Milliken, be so kind as to quickly run away
Tak co,
before
ona
somebody gets
bezpečná.
shot entirely unnecessarily. Go on, don't look back. Mr. Went, I believe it was $50 we agreed on.
It was.
Here's 50 each.
Each?
Yes. Now get out of here, both of you. My employer and I appreciate your professionalism.
All we did was stand there and look tough.
And you did it fantastically well. Good day, gentlemen. Now, sir, how about you pick up these guns?
Můžeš mi
Move
změnit ten
out.
ksich potom?
My mistress is waiting for us. Come along. Then you better get on this horse.
Pěkně vypadáme.
Been a while since you rode a horse. No shame in that, but please.
Aha, no já mám je, já si myslím. Já nevím, jestli vypadá jak pantera, vypadá spíš jak kokot. Už jsem udělal větší. Nevím, ten můj hráč má, tam jako z toho má všechny nemoci světa, ale ještě vypadá jak
Must be
bezdomovec.
odd being out of those leg irons. Get on the horse when you're ready. Ready? Wonderful. I hope you'll forgive the secrecy. My employer particularly values discretion. My name is Mr. Horley, by the way. 6 months at Sisika Penitentiary, awaiting a hanging for a murder you did not commit. Must have felt a whole lot longer, my friend. You still seem strong, though. I mean, doesn't look like breaking all those rocks has left you entirely broken, in body or in spirit. I hope I am right about that. Rounding you folks up, those sham trials, they were a disgrace. Made a mockery of the rule of law. Still can't quite believe they got away with it. There's others convicted when you were. Came out breathing fire. Maybe you're like that too. Guess we'll see. Or maybe you just want to put it all behind you, forget you were in there at all. That would be fine, of course, but you will listen to my mistress first. She spent a good sum getting you folks out. You owe her an audience, at least. You've been away for a while, so we'll help you get set up in the world. Then if you want to accept our offer, you can. That's more than reasonable. And freedom out on the range can wait a few moments longer, can't it? Good. As soon as we're done, you can find your old posse. Or try and start a new one. You'll have money in your pocket to go to the store with. And there'll be chances to make more, if that's what you're after. And chances to raise hell, too, if you feel you're in the need of them. Okay. We haven't got far to go now.
Počkej, to bude na primárce, ten granatomet, toho kotu.
Just up here. There's the camp. Get your horse.
Ta utrechla, myslíš?
I'll wait. This way. She's anxious to meet you. Madam, we're back.
Hello. Jessica Leclerc, how do you do? What did you tell him?
Nothing, as we discussed.
Thank you, Hawley. I do hope we haven't inconvenienced you dreadfully. But seeing as you were due to be hanged in a week, I'm sure you don't object too strongly. I know you're innocent. Well, not perhaps exactly innocent, but not guilty of what you were accused. I know you and those who were with you that died were little more than patsies, and that you were set up by one of 3 men or a woman, possibly by all of them. I can't be sure, but that is all I know so far.
And one of these people also made Mrs. Leclerc a widow.
And I will avenge my husband's death, so help me God. But I will not avenge it upon them who did not cause it, or caused it unwittingly. Anyway, I'm sure this is all a touch confusing and melodramatic. Where are my manners? Hawley, please show our guests to their tent and give them some fresh clothes to put on.
Very good, madam.
Then serve us both a little refreshment.
Certainly, madam.
Vyzerá pěkně, jenom jestli to
You'll
tak
find a
nebude,
change
ty
of
vole.
clothes in there, alongside a few other items you might need, a lasso, a knife, and a lantern, I believe.
That looks more comfortable. Hawley,
Here, madam.
your very good health. I suppose it beats dying,
Mrs. Leclerc's husband was murdered by one of his business partners.
And I intend to find out which one. Or rather, I intend for you to find out. And kill them. You're the only person I could possibly trust to do whatever it takes. Because you and your accomplices, you're the only other victims of their lies still alive. You see, you walked into the town at approximately the same time my husband was shot in the back, but by another gun, firing different bullets to those you possessed when you were arrested. These bullets, this was their mistake. You were rounded up and sentenced to death, all because you came to town and didn't talk too much and seemed like you were nasty. Anyway, here they are. The people who run Blackwater. Mr. Jeremiah Shaw, banker, real estate speculator, and crook. Mr. Amos Lansing, ranch owner, speculator, and crook. Mrs. Grace Lansing, his wife, society patroness, lover of the arts, crook, and my former best friend. Teddy Brown, her disgraced brother, outlaw, wanted man, and still in contact with them. All I ask of you is your help in finding out quite what happened.
Mrs. Leclerc would like to help you get back on your feet. Get back to work.
Whatever your work may be, I don't judge. You want to rob? Rob. You want to save innocent folk? Do that as well. But you need me just as much as I need you. I think we all understand each other.
I hope we
Jak
do.
jezdila německá, vole. Pro mě.
Good. I look forward to rewarding you for killing those who made me a widow. My husband was a true believer in this country and in the West. He was killed for greed. Foul greed when there's quite enough for everybody. I don't care what your scruples are as to killing. I will take the full burden of that sin upon my shoulders. Goodbye, for now. Then
Zape.
Hawley, go introduce him to nice Mr. Cripps.
I think you'll like Cripps well enough. He's long past his prime, of course, but he hasn't gone entirely crazy just yet. And he will help you, better than most of his ilk. Cripps, get up.
Hello, partner. Harley.
This is your new boss.
Oh, pleased to meet you, partner. J.B. Cripps at your service.
We'll pay to get your camp established. Mrs. Leclerc is a generous benefactor.
And, where are we headed?
Jasně jo, já si odehraju ten tutoriál už teďka, jak to mám rozjetý do piči, bo to je dlouhý. Open player menu. Ale ještě bych chtěl zkusit se na to joinout.
Oh, sir. While Cripps is establishing your camp, perhaps you can go to the station and see the clerk. Then head to see Clay Davies. He's a horse thief and not a terribly nice one. Then meet Cripps back at your camp.
See you shortly, boss.
Mě zatím ještě taky, no.
Good luck.
Ukážte odpadlík prostě, černá ovce.
I'm sure you're tired. Get this done and you can rest.
Přesně tak, křivák. Jo, ale tady víme ještě nějak. Hele, pozvi mě, ne? Nemůžu join station. Ani invite, ještě to asi nemám hotový, že jo? Tady mi to zůstane se líbí automaticky. Že teď mám na poštu někam jet. No tak to ještě zajedu na tu poštu, no. Víte, králík skoro jsem ho přijel. Ale jako... Nebo to je ten tutoriál vlastně, no, prostě ten je asi hlavně. Ale jako graficky to vypadá fakt luxusně, ty vole. No jako reálně to vypadá právě, víš. Na Steamu to zkresluje, no, pokud jeden z vás má na piču internet. Nebo zařízení, to je jedno prostě, něco může být špatně. Když jsem koukal na Lukáš, tak to vypadalo divný, ale teď vidím, že to je úplně nádherný, jako. Jako na online blbnutí to bude možná dobrý.
Move it.
Hello. You must be Harley's friend. He's one of us. He said you also were a discouraged man. I'm very discouraged. Disappointed Alden, that's me. Anyway, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I find your reticence charming. Real charming. By the way, I heard you might want to earn a little money. Well, some gentlemen have been robbing our stages, and they are not part of the club, if you catch my meaning. If you can make them go away, I'm sure they will have something of interest to you. They're up in Cumberland Forest. See what you can do, okay? Here, by the way, a catalog. The latest issue. Just came into this armpit from a land more civilized. And if all works out, well, my colleagues and I move around these stations as needed. And all of us are very discouraged.
No, ale co to autor fosse myslím...
Fellow sufferer with pertinent information.
Aha.
Good afternoon, sir.
No, Elizet a Nesus myslím, tam někdo psal. No ale všechno na mapě, ho máš osvícený, pokud ještě nemáš hotový. No právě, že jak ho nemáš hotový, tak ho vidíš. Ty co máš hotový, ty ti zhasnou, jako bych to jako nezaměřuje, jo? Máš každý numer 2 prostě a... No.
So, here,
this. It's a map. Just...
Beach, in my bag where they go. Skočí ze skaly, nevíš. Píč, no, skočí, no. A hned na to tě naskočí respawn. Mhm. A widzicie to. Mhm. Да, себя сама бы. No. Mhm.